What's going on, guys? Welcome to Inside the Horseshoe. My name is Matt, and tomorrow is game day as the Indianapolis Colts host the Philadelphia Eagles. Should be a fun game. In today's video, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on the game, my keys to victory, and then I'll give you a prediction on who I believe is going to win and why at the end of the video. But before I do that, if you're new or if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate if you would click that subscribe button. Also, click the bell icon so you're notified when I upload a video or when I go live. If you like this video, smack the like button, leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Who's going to win the game and why? Let me know in the comments. And if you have a Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter at horseshoe_pod. There is a link in the description down below. So, Philadelphia is coming to town. It's a very good team, obviously, one of the best in the NFL, and they're coached by Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni, this is the first time he's going to face the Colts all year. I love Nick Sirianni. I'm happy he's having success in Philadelphia. I remember last season in his first press conference, a lot of people were making fun of how he was talking and stuff. So I'm really happy that he's, coaching this team and doing a really good job at it. And then obviously, Jalen Hurts. He's playing absolutely fantastic this year, doing a lot of really good things. He's definitely in the mix for MVP. I don't know if he's my front runner, probably not, but he's definitely in the mix and he should be nominated for MVP. And then adding A.J. Brown to this team has made this passing offense go to another level. A.J. Brown, who we all know, very, very good player, and he's just made that passing offense so much better as well. Because you already had Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert. Now you add A.J. Brown, yeah, that's a really good pass offense. It's very dangerous with the weapons they have. But then you go to the Colts side. You obviously had Matt Ryan return, and I thought Matt Ryan looked good. I liked what I saw from Matt Ryan. Jonathan Taylor, he got going, had a really good game against the Raiders. Jeff Saturday, for his first game as a head coach, thought he did a good job. Parks Frazier, for his first time being the play caller, I was really happy with him. I thought he did a really good job. The offensive line played much better and looked like what I think we all expected it to look like going into the season. So the Colts against the Raiders, and I know it's the Raiders, but this team, they look much better under Jeff Saturday, and it looks like they have a much needed energy in them. So I was really happy with what I saw from them last week. Now, they're obviously going to be going up against a much better team in Philadelphia, so I'm very curious to see what they look like this week compared to last week. Can they keep it going? Can that offensive line continue to do what it did last week? We'll find out. So that being said, let's get into my keys to victory, and we're going to start off with the Colts offense. So, first things first, offensive line. The offensive line needs to have a repeat performance of last week. I was really happy with last week. They allowed one sack, which honestly, that one sack, I put on Matt Ryan. He didn't see Kylan Granson on the flat. If he would have saw Kylan Granson, I don't think he gets sacked at all in that game. So the offensive line did a really good job in the passing game. They also did a really good job in the run game. We saw JT finally get back to what he was last year. So that was really nice. So the offensive line has to have a repeat performance. Give Matt Ryan time to throw the football. Open up holes. Give some opportunities for Jonathan Taylor, Deion Jackson, Zach Moss. Give them some opportunities. So, offensive line, got to have a repeat performance. That is key number one. My next key, the run game. The run game absolutely has to get going. We need Jonathan Taylor to have another big game. We need Deion Jackson, whenever he has the ball, to do good things with it. Gash Philadelphia's run defense. That's what they got to do. We saw what Washington did last week, right? We saw what they did. Brian Robinson was able to do whatever he wanted to. He did a really good job last week. Jonathan Taylor needs to run really, really well in this game. He's got to have a big game because it's going to make Matt Ryan's job a lot easier. So run game has to get going. It really does, because if the run game can't get going at all, I don't know if this team can win. So run game has to get going. And then, of course, Matt Ryan, take care of the football, okay? Find open receivers. Don't throw in double coverage. When you're getting hit by a defensive player, hold on to the football. Don't fumble it. Take what the defense gives you. If you do those things, you'll be perfectly fine. So now let's move on to the defense. Key number 1, get constant pressure on Jalen Hurts. Now I know it's going to be tough because Jalen Hurts has the ability to extend plays, but you got to get constant pressure. You got to find ways to make him throw the ball too early. You got to find ways to actually sack him. You got to find ways to force him to throw it away. You can't let him run all over you. So you got to get constant pressure. I'm talking about the entire defensive line, as well as the linebackers that aren't going to be covering receivers. They have to make sure they get constant pressure on Jalen Hurts. It can happen. It's possible. But they got to do it, and they got to do it all 4 quarters. And then my next key is about Miles Sanders. You have to make sure he's not a factor in this game. Take him out of it. Don't let him get 5-6 yard runs. Only allow 1 or 2 yards per run. Miles Sanders, very good running back. He is very capable of getting 100, 120 yards on you. So you got to make sure you stop Miles Sanders, take him out of the game, because if you can take him out, then it makes the job of Jalen Hurts much more difficult. So take Miles Sanders out of it. Do not let him be a factor in this game. And then lastly, you have to limit the impact of A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. You absolutely have to. These are monsters, and they're both very capable of taking over a game. You can't double either one of these guys, because if you do that, that's just going to open up an opportunity for the other to go off. And like I said, they're both capable of having big, big days. So you have to limit what they can do. Stephon Gilmore, Isaiah Rodgers, Kenny Moore, Brandon Faison, Julian Blackmon, Ronnie McLeod, Ronnie Thomas, whoever's out there. You have to have your best game of the year, because if you don't, these two could go off. So that is going to be a big, big key in this game. All right, so with that being said, let's get into my prediction for the game. Like I said, the Eagles, one of the best teams in the entire NFL. They're coming off of a loss against Washington. They're not going to come into this game happy. They're coming into this game upset. But with that being said, I'm drinking the Jeff Saturday Kool-Aid. Give me the Colts 27-24. I think this offense has a much-needed energy in them. I think it's going to continue in this game and potentially through the rest of the season. I think the offensive line is going to play like they did last week. I think Jonathan Taylor is going to take advantage of the Eagles not having that good of a run defense. So I'm taking the Colts in this game, high-scoring game, 27-24. I'm not being biased, I promise. But yeah, 27-24 is my final score, and that's going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new, or if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate if you would click that subscribe button. Also, click the bell icon so you're notified when I upload a video or when I go live. If you like this video, smack the like button, leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Who wins the game and why? Am I crazy? Let me know in the comments. And if you have a Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter at horseshoe_pod. There is a link in the description down below. So thank you very much for watching. I've been Matt, Bleed Blue, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you watch one of these other 2 videos. They're cool. Also, if you're new, please click the subscribe button as well as the bell icon. I greatly appreciate your support.